And we are going live. How you guys doing? Hopefully you can hear me. You might hear a bit of echo in here. And we are... Okay, cool. I definitely have some sound. I also, because I don't stream enough, sorry about that, on YouTube. Yeah, I never know how half the stuff works. Cool, we are in HD. That's good. Awesome. The preview window was only giving me like 360p, but we appear to be good. Alright. YouTube's trying to tell me everything. Tell me how all the streaming stuff works. How you guys doing? Benjamin, thank you for dropping by. It's going to be a pretty exciting day, I hope. Everything sound good? I'm going to just drop this music volume a little bit as we get ready for the showcase pre-show. That's the one. Pre-stream. I was going to call it pre-stream, but it can't be pre-stream because the stream's live. So yeah, it's cool. I just thought, hey, why not hang out and check out the showcase together a little bit. Only a couple of minutes till the pre-show goes live. I'm not sure what the pre-show is going to consist of, really. But some devs on Twitter said, definitely tune in. Agent Smith, thank you so much for the support, my friend. Let's go! Indeed. It's going to be a fun one. Also, I decided, you know, streaming is probably a good option for today because we've got the element of the Lightfall stuff being revealed and the new season. And if I'm trying to make videos on all of that stuff today, it's going to be not achievable. So I figured, let's go live. We can hang out a little bit. And it'll be fun. DeAndre Taylor, thank you so much for the tip there, my friend. Cheers for hanging out. Is the reveal at 4 or 5? So 4 p.m. UK, we get the pre-show, which I think is going to start soon. Or now. And then the main showcase is in an hour's time. So we'll see what we get. We got a trailer, maybe.
This universe is made of light and darkness. These
Gonna have to crank this a bit.
Flow through all matter and energy in our solar system and beyond. But we haven't always known this. When the Traveler arrived in our solar system, they called it many things. A ship, a planet, a god. Its presence provoked and inspired great change. It terraformed several moons and planets. Our lifespans increased threefold. And we launched colony ships to settle worlds beyond our own. This was our golden age. But like all golden ages, it was doomed to collapse. The Traveler was pursued by an ancient enemy, a voice in the darkness. It found us. Humanity lost everything. With the last of its strength, the Traveler pushed back its enemy to create something new. The ghosts. In the dark times that followed the collapse, the ghosts chose the first Lightbearers. Immortal warriors gifted with the power of the Traveler's light. Humanity faced many threats in those days. Invaders from beyond our system arrived in droves. Pirates, called the Fallen, came to scavenge the remains of our golden age. The warlike Cabal came for our territory and resources for conquest. The Hive, ravenous worshippers of death, came to feed their infernal hunger. And the Vex, strange living machines, came to recreate our world in their own brutal image. we fought with each other as well. For a time, chaos reigned. Though in the end, we came together to rebuild, to heal. We built a city under the Traveler, the last safe city of Earth. In this city, humanity lived peacefully in all its forms. The humans, Earth's original inhabitants, the Exos, marvels of the Golden Age, and the Awoken, a people touched by both light and dark. Lightbearers took an oath to protect the last city. Over the centuries, they earned the title Guardians. The Titans, paragons of strength and bravery. The Warlocks, mage scholars trained in the arcane arts. And the Hunters, bold adventurers gifted with cunning. Guardians know that when they stand together, they are stronger. And now, new threats use our own powers against us. The Black Fleet closes in, edging us toward a second collapse. And our greatest adversary, the voice in the darkness, is revealed. A being of unimaginable power. A witness. But all is not lost. Brand new Guardians rise every day to shape the future of our solar system and beyond.
That was really cool. What do you guys think of that? Pretty awesome. It was almost like an intro to Destiny 2, in a way. Maybe some new light stuff. Alright, so we are in the pre-show phase right here for the showcase. What are you guys most excited to see? Again, I'm not sure what we're going to get really in the pre-show section. I'm sure there'll be a couple of other bits and bobs. We're seeing some cool artwork right here. There's some really clever and talented folks in our community for sure. A new light revamp would be fire, absolutely. That's something Bungie kind of spoke about, right? Or touched on, like, kind of loosely. Kind of recently, that they want to make the introduction part to Destiny. They want to improve that.
When I think about being a Guardian, I think about being part of a fire team. For me specifically, I think about being a fire team leader. I think about not only being a fire team leader for my friends, but also for my family. So many of my friends trust me with their Guardians. There you go. Very good. Very good. Oh, you just killed your dad. The teamwork that really pays off, especially after a long period of hard work. To come in clutch in the big moments. I've been able to pass along my love of Destiny to so many friends, also to my family. Been able to game with my daughter. To be able to guide little lights is truly a treasure. But to me, the most important part of being a Guardian is being kind to everyone that we meet. Your kindness and joy may spark hope in a darkness zone where light is fading away.
That's Saint 14, right? The answer to that question. Favorite type of Dawn and cookie is lavender. I'm pretty sure that was Saint 14. Maybe I'm mistaken. But cool, we're gonna get little clips and things like that, I think. So this is Bungie's pre-show. The main showcase does start in like 55 minutes or so. 53 minutes, should I say. Standing, you causing trouble. Are they going to tell us the answer to this question? This is an interesting game to play. It was Saint 14. Wow. I actually remembered that stuff. But yeah, that's just like Bungie said. There's the pre-show element, then the showcase. I wasn't expecting to see that trailer. I wonder where, or the cutscene. It's gonna be an interesting one. Of course, Bungie like to make us wait. Drifter's hungry. What's he having for dinner? Hive gummy worm gods, screeb loaf, scornflakes, or new monarchy something chowder. I missed half of that. I can't read quick enough.
I think one of my most favorite memories with them so far is Valid Disciple contest mode. It's my very first time even doing day one raid. And we didn't get it, but it was a good time.
Scornflakes. Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Yeah, through my clan.
Nearly another hour. Yeah.
A more confident person, a more confident player, and I wouldn't be the same without them.
But yeah, it was one of those for me. I was like, should I go live with the pre-show? Should I go live with the main showcase? There was some like slight teasing that there'd be some cool stuff, but define cool stuff, right? Depends what you're after. I mean, the main showcase is gonna have to be pretty rammed because I'm assuming we're gonna get the Season 18 stuff as well as Lightfall things. And it looks like with the next expansion, they're obviously going to announce now the kind of annual pass, the season element, or the deluxe edition, however they decide to name it. I think we're going to get all that info as well, so it's going to be a pretty interesting one. What place in the D2 universe would you like to go on vacation? Probably Europa. Because it's pretty hot in this office, and I feel like Europa must be cooler, right? Drifter's ship. Nice and spacious for traveling, right? But yeah, there was we had a lot of leaks and stuff over the past few days, so if you've been on social media or Reddit or any of that stuff, you've probably seen some stuff. Had a little sneak peek, but tried to kind of avoid getting into too much of it video-wise and things like that, especially because like there is a platform specifically that Bungie have got set up to show that stuff off, right? It's the Cabal on Mars. That's like an easy one, right? For D1 players anyway. Super easy one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to everything today, really. Equally as interested to see the Season 18 stuff as I am Lightfall. Just because I'm impatient and Season 18 is happening now, right? So, or after the stream, so I want to see what we're going to get right now. Interesting that we're getting that kind of announcement for the expansion, and then there's going to be... We've got 6 months, right? At least, based on the timetable that we had last year. It'd be interesting as well to see if Lightfall is going to drop in February. That's what I'm curious to see. If it's going to be like another year exactly. Oh, what's this?
Hi, my name is Lillian. I go by Lily Bean Cosplay on Instagram, and I've been doing Destiny cosplay for 6 years. I started playing Destiny in late 2015, and I just fell in love with the designs, the characters in the game, and I went to a local convention dressed as my hunter. From then, I kind of just wanted to keep going. I did a House of Winter Fallen Drag, a Sweeperbot, Soraya Hawthorne, Anna Bray, my hunter character from Destiny 2. It always has to do with
if Bungie
a character that I'm
are
drawn
dropping
to
Lightfall
in some way from
in
a
the
design
February
standpoint.
timeline, we should have
If
another
it's a
season in
character that
November,
has a
right?
bunch of
The last
LEDs
season of this
moving
current
arms or something,
Destiny
I
year.
look at it and say, how can I make this?
That would kind of
'Cause I
fill
wanna
the gap
learn from
that
it. I want to
the
diversify
30th
my
anniversary
skill set
filled
with
last
my
year, I
Sparrow
suppose.
Associate
But
costume.
who knows?
That's like a
We're
fully
probably going to
immersive
find out
costume. You
today
can't see my face,
how
I'm wearing a
it's all
helmet,
going to
and I
go.
have 2 extra arms.
Clayton, my
So
dude,
everything's
thank you so
part
much for
of
the
the
tip.
Cosplay
Hope you're having a good day.
Cosmodrome event
Hope
that
to get
Bungie
back
did
on
for Bungie
donations
Day,
after my move.
and
Oh, dude,
being
thank you
able
so
to
much.
take a
Appreciate
character
that.
whose design I
Hope
wasn't
the move
super
went
familiar
well.
with yet, and create it in real life.
How confident
and
are
then
you that
wear
they
it
might show
is
what
great.
comes after the Light and Dark
There's so
series?
many different groups within the Destiny community. You have
It's entirely
artists,
possible
you have
that they'll give us a
musicians,
tease, right?
streamers, gamers, and I think that's really special. Just to be able to show, like, this is what inspires me, and this is what
I
I'm
don't think
gonna
they'll
do
give us
to
like a
show that
massive
it inspires me.
amount of info on that today, but probably at least some kind of a tease. And then between now and Lightfall, right, there's a lot of kind of story opportunity. What don't you have time to explain? Metaphysics, the different states of matter, or why you don't have time to explain. It's why you don't have time to explain, right? I think. That's the D1 cinematic in the Ishtar sink on Venus. But yeah, the cosplay stuff's cool. You do get some really crazy cosplays. Haven't we already paid for Season 19? Yeah. If you bought the Deluxe Edition, if you bought all the seasons for Year 5, then yes. And as far as we know, the timeline would suggest that that would be November. Based on the 3 months, right? So we got August to November, November to February, is the assumption. Looking forward to finding out, though. And so yeah, that fall/winter season would be season 19, at least initially. And then kind of season 20, right? In February, if that's when it is. Not to jump to conclusions right there. I do not know what happens after the final shape. Definitely curious, though.
I've been playing Bungie games since Marathon 2, and I've been playing Destiny since it launched. I'm so happy to be part of such a creative and passionate community, and I can't wait to see what Destiny is going to do next.
Some cool stuff, apparently. Yeah, I'm interested to see how Bungie deliver, like, the next couple of years. And it's obvious, right? There's, like, some things are going to be a little bit different. Bungie are going to... Their future potentially consists of stuff that's a little bit different to what they have been doing, in a way, right? When people talk about, like, mobile games, potentially, another IP, maybe having a second major IP as well as Destiny. There's a lot of interest in new territory, which is probably why they have the new kind of partnerships with Sony and stuff. Love the Gorgon artwork right there. Some really cool stuff. But yeah, I'm 100% hyped for the showcase. Again, that's partially why I wanted to stream, because, like, trying to make good video content, you know, about Season 18, Lightfall showcase, and then the actual gameplay parts that'll come later, guides, potentially stuff. It's just like, it's kind of wild. So this is a better platform, at least initially, to kind of look at the Lightfall stuff. And then for the rest of today, I'll be pretty much looking at Season 18 stuff, right? With it being the new content that we've got straight away.
Long story short, a lot of those folks either got deployed, went to other jobs, or just didn't really see them anymore.
Okay, I better stop recording my stream right here.
Content and not having it vast.
At least we've got a good
from D1 to D2,
a good little spec test to make sure things are working before before we get the main showcase. At least I know my PC is happy, not causing me problems. That's always my main paranoia with streaming for some reason. I'm always like, man, I don't need no tech gremlins today. Crow's Ghost is named Glint. Was the other option Glow? And something else. I keep missing them. Bungie assuming that I can read quickly. Of course it is Glint. See a few of you guys. You got it right. Boom. Nice. Testing that Destiny knowledge.
Hi, I'm Steve Saylor, aka Blind Gamer Steve. I'm a content creator and accessibility advocate and consultant in the video game industry.
My name is T Morris. People call me T. They call me T Monster. I also go by Twitch Dad.
When I started looking
Making sure I
into
got
wanting
things
to
maxed
stream,
out here.
I
Because you see me play, so you know how bad my aim is. It'll be the blind leading the blind, and he went, that's what we'll call
That was
it.
my bad,
All right,
guys.
There's the Traveler.
I got a keyboard shortcut
traveler in
that
front of us.
also likes to set the
go.
stream back to
Walk
0
forward.
seconds. No guessing what the shortcut
Walk
is.
forward. I want you to enjoy this.
As someone who
Better
has a
change that one
disability where it affects my vision, and it is hard for me to be able to play games in general, having someone take the time and guide me through being able to play a game and not try to rush me through things, that meant the world to me.
Where's that? All right. Oh, there he is. Yes!
In any other game, it's usually people don't want to play with a disabled person, whereas with Destiny, I can jump in with T, I can jump in with my friends, and even when we just jump in with random blueberries in the community, we can still be able to help each other out, and that's why I love Destiny.
Did you shoot my friend? That was a bad choice.
It's all about being able to reach out and pick someone up and being like, we can do this together. And that is being a hero. It's being able to lift everyone else up.
It's not about you. It's about the fire team. That's what makes a good guardian, is when it's about reaching the end goal and reaching it together.
That's super cool. Christopher, my friend, thank you so much for the tip. Am I ready for Yeet Titan? Hell yeah, absolutely. Really can't wait to get a look at these new subclasses that we appear to be getting. See exactly what Bungie are looking to try and do with the sandbox. Ghost Fighter, that is absolute fire. For some reason I'm cranking my headset, thinking that it's adjusting my sound in OBS. Reset is at 6 p.m. in the UK. Where did Guardians meet Vex for the first time in D1? Ah, they already asked the question. It was Venus though, wasn't it? Man, I remember that D1 story. There was so much that was like mysterious and sort of not complete, right, with the D1 story at the start. But in a way, that kind of made it more interesting because it was like asking questions. It opened up those avenues, right? Having to unlock your Sparrow on every planet. Oh yeah, I remember that whole thing. That was strange. Yeah, D1 got some very mixed feedback for sure. Initially, right? But Destiny's proven that it's got legs,
Guardians.
right?
I hope you are all doing well. Happy Bungie Day. Here's my idea story of me being a guardian in Destiny. I started playing Destiny in Destiny when the game first came out. I was a hunter main back then. Now I'm a proud Titan main. My favorite moments of Destiny will be my first ever raid that I've covered an LFG group and the friends and clanmates that I met and play with to this day.
I went to grab the window because this office is nice and toasty. Zombie Pyro, my friend, thank you so much for the tip. Very kind of you. I can vouch for this as a hearing disabled person and Vault of Glass couldn't hear the oracles and no one would help me, but my new clan did. Oh wow, that's awesome. It's cool that you found some nice chill friends. That's what you want. And it goes to show that cooperation in Destiny is such a massive part of it. when you can do stuff like that, it's the perfect example of why Destiny is one of the best games that you can play with people, right? It's almost mega co-op. It's like, yeah, it's awesome. That's really cool. Thank you for the tip as well, Zombie. Appreciate that. When is the update for Season 18 live? It will be around about 6 p.m. UK, which is 10 a.m. PST or Pacific. Normal reset time. So that's when this stream will kind of conclude the showcase part of it, and we'll get the new season sometime around then, right? Obviously pending a little bit of a wait for the download, and then of course the servers doing their thing, maybe some queues and all of that. But otherwise it will be a fairly typical season launch, hopefully without too much drama. So really looking forward to that. And we'll probably literally get to see a trailer or something for it immediately before it drops.
Hi,
so.
I'm Gray, or Gamer Girl Gray. I am an Indian American
Cheers,
content creator and community builder on Twitch with the motto Gaming for a Greater Good. I started my gaming journey in 2014 when two of my best friends gifted me my first Xbox. And I distinctly remember finding Destiny and staying up the entire night to play the game.
No, get me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm not dead yet.
I found a place where I could be myself without any fear of being treated differently for who I was, how I looked, how I sounded.
No, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
Shout out to Scotland,
When I came out to
Stephen.
my community, it
Got a
was
few
such a monumental
Scottish
feeling for
guys
me
in our clan.
to be able to see all these people flock together to make me feel welcome and safe and included. That was a feeling that I want to share with other people, this safe space.
I would love Sparrow Racing League.
The
That would be
charities
absolutely
are
awesome.
honestly a very big part of my stream because I see my content as a means to an end to fight for what's good in the world.
No, God, please help me. No, oh.
Building a happy corner of the internet is just about being able to lift people up in the few hours that they spend with me, creating something that people feel comfortable in, they feel like they can be their authentic selves in.
This game and this community constantly reminds me that we're not guardians just in name. We truly are bearers of light.
Robert, my friend, thank you so much. You've got some good news. Hopefully an appointment on the 31st to start swimming with your fake leg. Awesome. Hopefully Assurance will approve it. I hope so, my friend. That sounds really positive. All the best with that. And I appreciate all of your support. Robert, thank you so much. But yeah, SRL. SRL would be absolutely dope. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it's got potential. I'm not sure whether it's one of those where Bungie feel differently about it or whether they're just holding on to it, right? Maybe it's something that could happen. You're welcome, Stephen. Have a good one. It is puzzles. SRL was 20 times better than Gambit. Oh, wow. Depending on mood, you know, you might be right. It was fun. I enjoyed it in, I think it was year 3 of D1. They brought it back with, like, weapon drops and stuff. You could get an IS Luna from playing SRL. And they were like, you know, they dropped Saint 14's favorite bird, owl, magpie, or pigeon. If you've ever played Trials of Osiris, that's going to be an easy answer. If you've ever been to Saint 14, that's going to be an easy answer. How's it going, Glitch King, my friend? Pigeons indeed. As if Bungie are quizzing us for an hour. Can you believe this?
Show me how important it is to stand up for what's right and to defend those who are oppressed and marginalized, just like Bungie continues to do every single day. So thank you, Bungie, for being real-life guardians to me and everyone else across the world. The way that you stand up for social justice issues and make sure that everyone in your circle is loved and cared for is truly inspiring. I know that it dictates the way that I live my life on a day-to-day basis. Thank you so much, and eyes up, Guardians.
Funkbringer, my friend. Thanks so much for the tips. Thanks for the years of amazing content. That's really kind of you, my friend. What is your favorite Shaxx quote? You are a tempest, throw more grenades, seventh column, or was it fight forever, Guardian? I quite like fight forever, Guardian. There's a certain gusto to it. Although there generally is with Shaxx, right? I don't like seventh column because I never get them, you know what I mean? Her! I've never heard him say it. Maybe I have. I don't know.
My name is Xavier, but you guys probably know me as Solar Flare. I make 3D animated skits based off of content in the Destiny universe.
Prepare to return to being a god-killing, time-breaking, paracausal space cowboy.
At first, I created
These
content
videos
that I
are
thought
insane,
was
by
creative
the way.
stuff you hadn't seen before, things that would be funny situations, but I didn't know how to produce them. One of my friends suggested to me this program called Blender, and so I tried to learn it myself. I taught myself, I made a video. Solar Flare was the main character, and it went from just being the channel name to being the name of sort of who I am at this point.
Okay guys, we have to be careful. Someone here is possessed by an owl. Who? That's the thing, we don't...
Usually, it's around 2 a.m. when I'm trying to go to sleep, my brain says, hey, it would be really cool if we went to sleep. But instead, what if we thought about a new video to create?
Hey, Bobby!
Hey, Steven!
The future for Solar, I'm really excited. I'm working on a script and a whole plot, a series of videos. I'm really excited to create an actual cohesive storyline.
So, turns out, Aldrin's sister was actually an evil possessed meatball that was controlled by a magical space dragon that was actually controlled by a hive queen.
The Destiny community feels like a group of friends that you may not live in the same area, but every time you go back, it's like you never left. When you get to know the people that you're spending your time with, not only does it make every moment with them more valuable, but also you might find yourself going to one of their weddings 5 years from now, just because you decided to send them a friend request after they danced with you in a Crucible match.
Are you really going to tell me that looks more like the letter V than a slice of pizza? He ate pepperoni!
It blows me away just how dedicated people are to creating things in this community. It's just so cool to see how passionate people are about all of it.
Yeah, we got 30 minutes. 30 minutes till the main showcase. I can understand some people being disappointed when you have like an hour lead up or whatever before the main thing. But they did communicate that the showcase, the main part of the showcase would be in that second hour. So it's one of those, man. One of those things. How you doing, Jacob, my friend? Cheers for dropping by. Is Destiny worthwhile to come back to nowadays? I think Destiny's got a lot of stuff that people have asked for over time. Of course, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, we're still waiting for. Highly requested stuff. But I think it's a game that's continued to develop, and there's definitely stuff to do, right? If you need to catch up on expansions, things like that. Just depends. Depends how you feel about it. If you like the look of it and stuff like that. I wouldn't say Destiny is like, you know, dramatically, insanely different to what it was a couple of years ago. But there are some really good, solid changes. And some good new content as well. But yeah, stream's going alright. Day's going alright. I have seen the leaks. I've tried not to get too excited. Because I'm looking forward to the reveal. Looking forward to seeing it properly. It's always better, right? Always more enjoyable. But yeah, just super looking forward to it. And then once that main showcase has kind of been and gone and we've had a good look at that, I'll probably be diving straight in to looking at some of the video content for the next day or so for Season 18. Make a nice strong start to the new season. What was Crow's ghost's nickname? Brisket, pulled pork, or burnt end? You guys know that one? I'm sure many of you do. To get the emblem, you need to tune in to Bungie's Twitch channel for at least 30 minutes, I believe it is, during the live stream. What I will do is I'll grab, in order to try and be useful, the TWAB link, which I'll pop in chat right there, because that's the TWAB link with all the info about how to get that stuff. To make sure your Twitch and Destiny account need to be linked. So it's a case of making sure that's good. Pick your favorite legendary stasis weapon that isn't IS Luna, Riptide, Crate, Reed's Regret, or Deliverance. Ooh, I mean, Reed's is going to be right up there, right? Deliverance as well, pretty nice, pretty fun. I mean, those would be my top stasis weapons, at least in from the weapons they named. Luna, Deliverance, and Reed's Regret. Gotta be. Zombie, once again, thanks a bunch for the tip, my friend.
Here's a guy, Savage Universe, who's...
It's just Tanix coming back, the only Destiny character worth returning. This is true. He's always going to come back.
The fact that, you know, back in July 2014, I was curious about the game. I was curious about it, and very interested to see what this game, whether this is the game for
Deliverance is a beast, Jay, for sure.
Get to a point where I would, get so many dungeons.
Although you're right, Andrew. Crate is pretty awesome as well.
You can do some cool stuff with that. Even solo flawless trials, that was two or so weeks ago, and then to meet friends like Vixen, Tony, Lonely Low Live. So and then to be a mod for Miss Keller because she's awesome. To have all of that in like 8 years, I wouldn't even believe you back then. But here we are, still living the Guardian life. Amen.
Indeed, Guardian. Normal Tanix, Siva Tanix, Nightmare Tanix, DSC Tanix. How many more will we get? It's entirely possible. Poison Tanix, Snow Tanix, Arc Tanix. Who knows? It's all gonna go down. Appreciate you guys hanging out though. Fun little warm up as we roll into season 18, right? Let Bungie tantalize us for a little while once we get to that showcase. Show us what we're going to be looking at in a few months' time, gameplay-wise. Be interesting. Viper, my friend, how you doing? I'm secretly Tanix, Dude Guy says. Witness Tanix. There we go. It's entirely possible. But yeah, the description to this stream, it may need a refresh, I'm not sure, but it now has the link to the TWAB, which has the details about the Twitch emblem stuff and what is necessary. But you basically have to have your Twitch account linked to your Bungie.net and Destiny account, and then tune into that stream for 30 minutes. That's the basic part, but if you want the emblem, please do read the TWAB. I don't want to be responsible for messing up anyone's emblem, you know what I mean, acquisition situation. There's probably another countdown before it really starts. Who knows? You never know. Can you still play seasons if you miss them? You can, to a point. So I think, like, generally speaking, there are 4 seasons in a year. So during that year, most of the content from each of the seasons is still available, basically, is how it works. So if there was a season, yeah, like at the beginning of year 5, you'd still be able to play any of the stuff from that season right until the end of year 5. But then in year 6, some of that stuff would probably be cycled out, right, and replaced with new stuff. So yeah.
¿Sabéis qué forja verdaderamente a un guardián? Los compañeros que están a tu lado en cada aventura. Ya sea tu escuadra o tu clan, ser guardián va más allá de uno mismo.
Tanix is Nezarek. Tanix is the witness. I'm super curious to see that whole story thread come together. The witness and stuff. See what's going on there, because that's a whole different thread, right? There's so much more complicated in a way than what we've seen before. I guess as well there's like less kind of sudden build up to it. Kind of we got to understand a lot during the Witch Queen time frame, and that story's almost sort of accelerating going into Lightfall and stuff. So it's cool. It's exciting. We need to be patient because we don't have a choice. Bungie are gonna drop the showcase in 20 minutes. It's about 20 minutes time. If there was a good way to change that, that would be nice, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do, right? Have a look. Yeah, sure, Duddits, if you're there, just drop something in chat and I'll check it. Praise the House of Tanix. I do remember when that first dropped, though. It was Dark Below, wasn't it? There we go. That's one of our moderators, Duddit. I didn't realize the account wasn't added as a moderator correctly. But we got it. Cool. We check some technical stuff. New account, right? For sure, man. So yeah, like 20 minutes now, I'm gonna get there. And it's gonna be, yeah, hopefully pretty jam-packed between the Season 18 stuff, which I'm assuming they're gonna show off there to some extent, right? Even if it's just kind of like a trailer and trying to break down a little bit of how they're connected. Richie, baby's doing good, thank you, my friend. Baby and the family are all happy. Keeping us busy, she is. Which is cool. Life is very different to how it was like a year or so ago. So I appreciate it, my friend. Right. Does anyone know what prizes we get for answering the questions? I'm not sure Bungie have got anything planned for us. Who knows? Maybe they'll start the showcase, right? Great artwork. Are these prints available? I believe these are like... Yeah, these are folks who have shared them to Bungie and are on Twitter. So you would probably have to... check out some of those folks on Twitter, and then you'll be able to see if you can get some of them, because they're not official Bungie artwork pieces. They're like community pieces. They're really cool though, right? Really like the kind of postcard style as well. Super awesome. It's nice of Bungie to share some of this stuff. Oh, definitely. Arc 3.0 is going to be a lot of fun. Earthquakes with that Thunder Crash, Richard, for sure. Is Season 18 Season of Houndish? Possibly. I don't know. Bungie haven't revealed it yet. That would be fun. It's certainly Season of Houndish for me, because, well, I'm Houndish every season, I guess.
I want to say one of my biggest...
That probably sort of makes sense.
Playing Destiny happens to be the raids.
and a lot of the friends that I've made along the way. Vogue is my favorite raid, and when it came out, I was ecstatic. Again, happy Bungie Day to everybody, and hope everyone's having a great one, and I'll see you in the stars.
In mentioning Vogue right there, I literally could hear like Templar, not Templar, Gatekeeper, or maybe Templar sounds and like oracles, just Vogue sounds that are like lodged, you know, like how it happens, they just lodge into your memory. I remember being in VOG for like in the first week that it dropped, and we were at the it was Gatekeeper before Atheon. I remember just like listening to the sound effects and looking at the crazy shiny Vex and everything, and just like thinking, what is this, man? Like, this is crazy.
Hey everybody, I'm Tej, and I'm a Guardian. What makes me feel most like a Guardian is being able to be me. We all choose to represent ourselves in different ways, and when you learn about someone's Guardian and the legend that they've written for themselves, it teaches you something beautiful about them. I strive to create a space online through content.
It's going to be dope,
that
Reaper.
People can just come as they are, and we can all just
Sparrow Racing
celebrate this
Tanix.
beautiful world that Bungie's created for us. There's something really amazing about being able to connect with people through a shared interest without the fear or anxiety that comes with thinking that you have to be something you're not, or thinking that you have to conform to a certain ideal or worldview in order to be respected or loved. So I hope that on this Bungie Day, we all can remember what it means to be a Guardian. We all can remember to rally around each other, to show the love, spread the good vibes, and push back the darkness. I'll see you out there.
A couple of these folks have mentioned Bungie Day. Maybe these are like, I don't know if they were ever shared elsewhere around Bungie Day, and they're just kind of being part of the showcase now, or whether they have never been shown off by Bungie before. I'm not sure. Maybe some stuff that they didn't have the opportunity to use, or it was a change of plans or something like that. Yes, Cade 6's voice actor was Nolan North, right? For Forsaken, was that? Like, yeah, just for the last expansion or so. Obviously something changed with Nathan Fillion. Season 18 will be... I was literally reading a comment and thinking, right there, Season 18 will be the third season for Year 5, the Witch Queen period. So we're in the third season, then fourth season should be around November. Every day is Bungie Day. This is true. When you play a lot of Destiny and read a lot of things on Bungie's website and watch streams from Bungie, this is definitely true. A Tanix main. That's awesome. I'd love to Tanix for a while. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Question, when are they going to make a movie? Who knows? It's definitely stuff that's apparently in the pipeline, like, or it's an idea. It's something that they're working on in, at least in some early form. That would be very interesting. Well, I say movie, shouldn't be misleading. I should clarify other forms of media, right? Like there's more potentially like literature there in some form, right? And then obviously the possibility of animated stuff, TV series, short films in a different format than what we currently get, right? Which is just game cutscenes, gameplay stuff. But it would be certainly awesome to see what that could look like. Obviously they did that. That eventually happened with Halo stuff. What we got?
In a world where you rescue heroes from other timelines and brawl worm gods with your bare hands. It's a battle of light versus dark, monsters versus metal, everyone versus Telesto, in a lore-rich universe with an abundance of adventure and exploration.
But
that's not just why we play, is it? Believe me, nightmare hunts give me quite the adrenaline rush, but my Twitter mention suggests you expect more. So, did you keep playing for the life-changing god rolls? Or the mile-high sparrow flying? The Nessus frogs? The day one raid nights with your friends where you spend 8 hours and still don't know what you're doing? The Nessus frogs? You must have had some inspiration, right? Probably the creators and streamers that helped you forget that time you dropped your pizza, cheese side down. Or was it the people creating a Destiny universe of their own with stories, art, and literally dressing for the job they want? Maybe you're here for the intellectual discussion, or maybe you're here for the Space Horse. Maybe you're here for the Destiny creators you love so much, Bungie actually got one to do this video. Hi, Mom and Dad. What I'm trying to say is, Destiny 2 is so much more than the game we see in trailers. While many joined for the fantasy, we found a home amongst its people. And in the endgame, we stayed for the discos, the DPS, the grenades, the bad bubbles, burgers, and tannics behind every corner. Trombone medleys, laser tag, tower names, yeehaws, the dings, the punts, the clutcher kicks, sweeper bots, stasis crystals, cheese spots, raid callouts, pub stomp, ramen, sliding, chicken petting, Galahorn, Sepix Prime, shiny swords, titan.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to dive in and talk about just the kind of journey of being a massive Destiny and Bungie fan and what that's like to go from massive fan to actually working at the company that we loved so much. I want to learn about your journeys. How did you get started playing as a player, not as somebody who works here, playing Destiny,
Right,
and
so
kind
this
of
is
how has that
interesting.
relationship with the game evolved through the years? You know what?
Seems like there's a little bit of
you
like
and I,
delay
we've
with the
had many
audio.
conversations with
I'm pretty
sessions.
sure
I wanna
that
hear
is
from
on
you,
the
buddy.
stream end, the Bungie stream
So
end.
I've been playing the game for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
And so, you know, as proof of my, you know, the D1 Alpha veteran status, I have my raid belt here today. So this is my cringe moment where I will be proud.
It's nice to see one in person.
Nag, I believe Blink will be an ARC
and, like,
3.0 thing.
Tell us
I
all
believe.
about it. Like, how'd you get it? When'd you get it?
So that is the King's Fall World's First belt. Me and my 5 friends, we had, I say used to have, but I think we probably still have it. World's First of fun. Like whenever we were doing World's First races, it was supposed to be about having fun and showing off the new stuff. And for me, I always loved raiding just because like I'm a problem solver by heart. Like that's also why I love working here, because that's what I do is I just kind of solve problems that are really complicated. But it's really exhilarating. And now is very fun being able to watch others suffer for 24 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it is exhausting. So if you are listening to this and you are raiding, or if you're planning on raiding for a long time, drink water, stretch,
Bathroom break.
don't
Please.
die.
Bathroom breaks.
Thank you.
Breaks.
Yeah.
Don't let that heart rate get too low.
I'm very much with Sam on this in terms of like the loving the problem solving and loving to get into that. I really fell in love with Destiny when I started raiding, and that was like my moment where I was like, I grew up playing puzzle games and mystery games, and like I love those types of games, and to find that in Destiny and to find that same sort of like problem solving, but to do it with a team and to do it with your friends.
I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
I'm totally on the same page. Like the number one story for me around that is definitely Deepstone. Deepstone, like
what a
I
beautiful
played
game.
all the way through
So
Deepstone
good.
with my clan, which was amazing.
When you look back at the
Less
history
than
of
10
Destiny,
minutes.
there's so many
So
moments like that, and I'm
we are
kind of,
now
I'm kind
getting
of interested
there.
on, is there any characters or story moments that really stick out to you from
Where's my
our
boy
history?
Astacross?
I feel like that's
I
Destiny
do not
at its
know.
best, is like
Is he streaming
when
today?
you are learning from it. Like at least for me, I feel like the journey of Eris.
I'm not sure.
From like D1 and being like, who are you? What are you doing here?
This is weird
Like,
chick.
Yeah, it's like super creepy, right? Let's go. Yeah,
Need
but
more
I think,
Tanics.
like,
I can't remember what
seeing
someone said
where
something
She
Tanics.
is now, and then how she's like really helped everyone else. Like a lot of people. I'm a huge Zavala fan. I'm a Titan. It's just like in my
Sorry
blood.
about that echo, guys.
So,
Just
like, for
checking
me,
some
like,
sound
seeing
stuff.
Eris like help all of these different characters, seeing Zavala come from where he is, which a lot of people, again, like, I know some folks that don't really like him that much, but to me, he always just seemed like a really, you know, a father figure who's trying his best for everyone. You know, when Kay died, right? I think like, you know, people were like, what? Like Zavala, why aren't you doing this? XYZ. And then we got to learn more about him. So for me, Zavala is like number one, that his whole character arc, and then Eris and like her character arc, you're all insufferable, to then like teaching everybody how to deal with their demons.
Yeah.
I think
Props
is
to narrative
kind of
too,
crazy.
'cause-
Incredible.
Speaking to now and like through season 17, how Eris, she's like one of the epitomes of grief in her whole story, and how she evolved to something where she's like, I had to learn how to deal with grief on my own. And to see her evolve to a character that is like helping people go through their own grief.
In a way,
It's,
Telesto
Bungie,
is the
what
more
heck?
consistent
Like,
troll
how do you
between
do
Telesto and
this?
Izanagi's burden.
She was.
Just
Like
gotta
the fact
say.
that, like when Crow would stumble or Zavala would stumble, she'd be like, "Come, take a step back. Patience. Healing doesn't happen overnight." And
exactly.
I think what we've seen in the last couple of seasons of the incredible narrative team and just diving deeper into all of the characters, I think that's one of my favorite things that we've seen from the kind of expansion from where we started to where we're at now, is just that deeper dive. And I know kind of where we're going with things, and just like the more that we're going to be able to dive into and hear characters' backstories and understand where they're coming from and what makes them, I think to everyone's point, it just makes it more than just a shooter game. You have that additional aspect of these incredible stories that we all connect with in different ways. And it just makes it, it's the Bungie magic, it's the space magic, it's the thing that like... that
then you do a little emote jig at the end.
Yeah, exactly. And it all somehow, and it all makes sense.
It's called Glimmer Guns.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, how cool is it like that we're here now? And I'm kind of interested, like knowing your
got Telesto
long
from
relationship
Zern,
with
nice.
this game before you even worked here. And then
Kakarot,
that we're
what's
sitting
up,
on this couch,
my friend?
getting
How you
to
doing?
nerd out and talk about the things that we love the most. How has that been?
Always nice when Zare has
What was
something
that
good.
inspiration that drove you to be like, you know what? I'm gonna put my application in. We'll see what happens.
Got
This
the
is my first
sponsored
gaming
brand
studio,
skin
for sure.
for your Telesto.
Getting into Bungie is interesting because I always wanted to be in tech. That's really where I started. For Destiny specifically, I played it every day. but
Only
I
like
never
5
really thought of
minutes.
it as a
I'm
place to
taking
work,
little breaks and
until
opening
Black
these
at
windows in
Bungie.
this office
And
because
so I
it
reached
is
out to a bunch of people
literal
on LinkedIn,
fire,
and it was
just
asking a bunch
pumping
of
in hot
questions,
air
like,
or pumping
so
around
it was really
hot
amazing to
air.
be able to like get into
This
the
computer is
industry and get
absolutely
into Bungie.
Destiny for me
spicy.
was, that was back when I was streaming for fun. It was just a hobby, but then it became just a lot more to me because it has all these things I love about games, because I love RPGs and I love, you know, like the game feel of a Bungie game, right? When like you shoot that gun for the first time and it just feels good, you know?
Space magic.
Yeah, space magic.
Space magic.
Like,
and I always play the wizard, so I played her warlock.
you know, because that's all I want to do. I just want to cast space magic in every game that I play. So to me, the game's a lot. Like, it's kind of just, it gave me a career. It gave me like guidance in life for finding a community that I really love. And now I'm absurdly thankful that I can be a part of the team and hopefully make the game better to hopefully have that kind of impact on somebody else.
I knew that I wanted to work in gaming. I actually got the opportunity not from the Bungie career website, but from a Twitter post from a Twitter post. And I immediately sent a message and connected, and I was like, I want to talk about these marketing opportunities. And now I'm here.
Now you're here. You love to see it.
So, and it's even now, just the fact that I'm sitting here, I'm just like,
you shot your shot, dude. That's what life's about.
Literally, I shot my
You
shot.
shot your
I'm like, this is what they mean, because you hear them throw that phrase around and you're just like, but what does it actually mean to shoot your shot? And it's like, no, it's like, you're not going to respond on Twitter. It's like, I'm going to find you in other places.
Even if you
you're
have those moments of doubt. Even if you have that moment of fear. Because sometimes to making a jump like that's scary.
It's scary.
If you're scared,
Absolutely.
do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. The leap into Bungie was really similar to Will's story. This is my first role
All right,
in
we're
gaming,
getting
so
there,
it was
guys.
this, like,
Slowly but surely.
huge
Do you
leap
think they would
to-
let you go
I've
inside
been
the
working
raid
in
and just
marketing for
explore
a long
without
time,
doing
but
it?
I really wanted to
Just to look around.
make
I mean,
the
that would
switch
be
to
pretty
something
cool,
that I'm really passionate
wouldn't it?
about and
To
something
have
that I
like more
love,
access
'cause
to
I
the
think
space.
that's what makes
I guess it's
work
what you
so
do with
magical
that
is when you
space
get
though,
to work
right?
on
That's
something
like one
you
of
really
the
care about and
challenges,
you really,
for
really
sure.
love and you feel passionate about. So that for me
But
was
yeah, that could
the
be pretty
kind of thing that
interesting.
pushed me towards shooting my shot and
I
taking
mean,
my
even
shot
though it was
a couple
Leviathan,
years ago
I guess there was an
and
element
making
of
the
doing that
switch over
when they
to
turned Leviathan
Bungie,
into
and
a
it's
mini
been
patrol
incredible.
zone,
There's
right?
Moments like this where it feels very surreal, where you're like, what is happening? This is
Yeah, I'm just going to
very,
take a look
very
and see
different to have
how
that,
out
like,
of sync his
we all work at Bungie now. Like, we
part
get to
is
contribute to
on
that
the
thing that we all love so much, and that's incredible.
on the stream in
I'm
general.
sorry, but that's
I'm pretty
like
sure it's on
such a
Bungie's
good
end
point
though.
because there's so many people that ask us like advice on how to get in, and I was rejected numerous times before finally getting
Smighty
that
Gamer,
job.
how you doing?
And I know it breaks my heart because so many other people are in that same position, and then they stop chasing that dream because this isn't my first gaming job. I've been working in this industry for almost 20 years, and as a journalist, and it was really scary to make that jump. I felt like it was.
Let me
right.
just double
I kept
check. I'm
applying
gonna
for
mute this
narrative,
mic.
And granted, I sent them not appropriate fan fiction as reference samples, so I get it. No hard feelings. I get it. And they were like, it was just, they were like, hey, we think you'd be a good fit for community. Let's put you through that interview process. And we did that. And it was scary at first, but the more I kept interviewing, I was like, wait, no, this was made for me. This is what I was supposed to do. And it was funny because all of that trepidation that first week left because I felt like it was family.
I'd like to think that Bungie gives space for that human condition, that human element. It's a place where I can feel like I can be myself. It's a place where I am being taken
Yeah, I think
care of,
there's a
and
little
I'd
bit
like
of
to
lag
think that,
with
you know,
that
we're not
audio in
perfect,
general on the stream.
and there's things we can improve upon.
Just a second,
but
I'll
we try to talk
refresh
about
the stream just to be
Thank
safe.
you guys so much for joining us today.
Just in case it makes any
honestly
difference.
So much fun just diving into
What do I
the
have on this
stories a little
channel?
bit, not just as devs and working on Bungie side,
All
but
right.
as players before. I'm gonna need you all to meet me in the back. We're gonna do a blanket burrito and we're gonna hunker down with some popcorn, okay? Let's go.
Deal. Let's go.
All right. I think this might be better now.
Yeah. Blanket burrito. Comfort.
I think.
Comfort here at Bungie.
All right. We are almost there. I had a quiet moment right there. There we go. Making sure all the stuff works. The hype trailer's back. Appreciate you guys hanging out. It's gonna be a fun hour now with this showcase. I'm gonna be a little bit quieter in the showcase, right? Because I don't want to cut the devs up or anything like that, and you know what I mean. Have you guys miss anything too juicy? But I'll try and chime in a little bit, and then after this hour, I will be making a move fairly quick. Get myself into that Season 18 stuff. Obviously, because I'll be doing video stuff, a lot of that stuff is easier to do not on stream. So there we go. And that's your boy Cross. He was there. We got him eventually.
What the freak? Is that the witness? Man, that's crazy!
So let's see what we get. It's showcase hour. It's showcase time. Here we go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thank you for the tips. Let's do it.
Welcome, Guardians. So awesome to be here with you again.
Last time we got up here, we got a chance to show you Savathun, the Witch Queen, and her majestic throne world.
Since then, it's been a wild year for Destiny.
You returned to the original Loot Cave to reclaim the fabled Gallarhorn.
Then, you exorcised an ancient evil from a hive queen, so you could put it inside a grenade launcher.
And now, you've been spending the past few weeks cleansing a derelict Leviathan from its twisted nightmares.
In fact, the last year has been the best year we've ever had in the Destiny community. I hope you can feel it as well. And seeing this kind of reaction from our community, it's both humbling and inspiring.
Because our team here at Bungie, we're not just developers, we're also guardians. We're trying to build what we'd love to play in Destiny, and that's what brought each one of us here. Brought us not only to Bungie, but also brought all of us to this final showdown between light and darkness.
So, without further ado, this is the beginning of the end. This is Lightfall.
Let's go.
When they see this glorious end, they will come for us. To savor the fruitless struggle to its last drop. It's who they are.
That was bonkers.
I've seen that thing 100
28th
times now,
of
and
February.
Every time I see it, I still kind of get goosebumps.
Instantly, I had chills.
Definitely a very different vibe.
It's all happening now. Things are finally coming to a head.
Thematically, we really have been honing in on that kind of bombastic, big set piece approach.
It's gonna be over-the-top action, adrenaline pumping, like the whole time.
This is really kicking off the conclusion to the Light and Dark saga, where we finally face down this foe that we've been anticipating facing for so long. It's pushing it to 11.
We've been hinting at this malicious force in the darkness that's been our enemy behind a lot of our conflicts. We revealed that enemy, we put a name on it and put a face on it, and that enemy is the Witness. And the Witness is coming with its newly empowered disciple, Callus.
Callus is really crash landing with a new and more powerful army than ever before. They've got new powers, they've got new armor, they've got tormentors to join their ranks that are going to be bigger and badder enemies than we've ever faced. Callus is taking that army that he's bringing with him to be the harbinger of the Witness's doom.
This is such a pivotal moment for Destiny. Everyone is coming to have a last stand with Callus and the Witness to really avoid the next collapse, something that we've been trying to avoid ever since Destiny 1.
This looks so cool.
We see in the trailer that we're headed to Neptune, and on Neptune there's been this hidden city called Neomuna where an alternate version of humanity has been blooming since the collapse.
It is very cyberpunk.
Neomuna is the capital city of Neptune. It's a giant metropolis that we were completely unaware existed until now. What's interesting and exciting to me about this place is that it's pristine, it's new. It's not like a lot of the places that we've explored previously in Destiny. Exploring that space is very, very cool.
There's so much new stuff to discover in Neomuna and in Neptune. And also I saw some new characters there. I'm really excited to get to know Cloudstriders and their story.
Cloudstriders can be compared to Guardians. They're both protectors of a civilization that's potentially under threat. But Guardians were chosen. It's their duty to protect humanity. Cloudstriders have chosen to protect their people.
There's like an awesome opportunity for the Guardians to learn from the Cloudstriders and their way of living and their philosophy of life.
So
another race of superheroes now.
The newness of the Cloudstriders that we've never been aware of.
And then, of course, you get a glimpse of this green energy.
Ooh.
I wonder what that is.
Strand is the new darkness power that we discover here. Something that's unique about Strand, unlike any of these other powers we've ever had before, when you play through Lightfall, you are discovering this power for the first time. No one in the universe ever in the history of Destiny has used Strand
It looks really
before.
dope.
This is the Guardian discovering darkness on their own and learning how to shape it and manipulate it and use it against Callus and his forces and, you know, have fun in the new urban environment of Neomuna. You are really going to have to prepare yourself for a wild
We're going to be
ride.
Spider-Man.
We just got a glimpse
up in there.
of our new destination, Neomuna.
They better let us do
our
that
new
now.
Foe, Callus,
They have
and
to
the
let us
Shadow
do that.
Legion, paired with the Witness and a very brief glimpse at Strand, but that's just barely scratching the surface of what this release has to offer.
Right, like what we've just seen in that trailer is just the tip of the iceberg, and we've got a whole lot more we're excited to show you coming up.
This does look pretty bonkers. How you
Last
feeling about
year,
it, guys?
We wanted to return to our studio's roots in creating some of the best shooter campaigns in the industry.
That's been our legacy since Halo, and we tried to push that front and center in The Witch Queen.
And it's about more than just guns, but creating an adventure in a handcrafted world full of surprises. Then, we added the legendary campaign option, because great combat needs to challenge you, to test your thumb skill, your tactics, and your build crafting.
And we heard loud and clear that you want more of that. In fact, 2 out of every 3 players that completed the Witch Queen campaign did it on Legendary.
You tested yourself against the Witch Queen in her Lucent Hive and rose to that challenge. And then you let us know it was one of the best shooter experiences that we've ever made.
So with Lightfall, we want to push that even further. We want to give you the best Bungie action experience that we can create with the brand new Lightfall campaign.
Lightfall is going to change the way that our players move, fight, and explore everywhere in Destiny.
Neptune is this fantastic destination. The capital city of Neomuna is a really fun place to explore, and it's this bright neon metropolis. There's a harbor, office buildings, an arcade.
This is a city that we've made, and using Strand to traverse through it and explore it, it's going to be so exciting.
There's some places that once you whip out that grappling hook, ooh, you're gonna be able to explore and get to places that you couldn't before.
Look at that up there. I wonder if I can grapple to there. I'm gonna be a kid in a candy store.
It's not a city that is collapsed. It is a city that has lived through the collapse.
Neptune now has to deal with the cloak being pulled back and them being revealed to the world and are now central of the conflict.
Callus has taken his capital ship and just like planted it right down in part of the city, and it's Cabal-occupied territory. It's a city under siege. You've got this infiltrator vibe at times where you feel like a tactical team going into a skyscraper. You're dealing with Cabal roadblocks and patrols all throughout the city. The Shadow Legion, they provide that like characteristic Cabal brute strength. They're all about like volatility and power, and they've been enhanced now by Pyramid technology. They have these suppression devices that can take away some of your super, take away some of your abilities, and then they fight alongside these terrifying new Pyramid units called Tormentors.
As part of his discipleship to the
Yeah,
Witness,
super creepy and
Callus
cool.
has been
That's
upgraded.
dope.
And so the Tormentors that they've brought in
More Cabal
are these
war,
impossibly
for sure.
huge, unstoppable behemoths. They wield scythes. They can attack from a distance. They can bring you in close. They can drain your very life force from you. They are basically
cool.
embodiments of terror.
It's like a boss character within the battlefield. Your stomach drops. You're like, okay, I'm playing through, I'm having fun, I'm popping heads, doing this thing, and then boom, there it is.
It's a mini bulky role.
All the new stuff going into the game. Strand, Tormentors, Shadow Legion, a cool new environment. These are all a great
that's
setting
cool.
for a new Legendary campaign, and we're still making sure that we go through and we tweak and tune and we balance the encounters to have that right challenging level of difficulty for players.
The Legendary campaign was a huge hit coming out of the Witch Queen. It was the first time we had done that sort of elected difficulty where you could really test your skill and test your power. And so we're going to bring that back for Lightfall.
Of course, you're still going to have that higher reward tier, and we still want to make sure that you get that inside track towards being raid ready.
Everyone back at the studio is so hard at work on Lightfall, putting in the details and making this whole release come alive and continue to surprise and delight players. I am so excited to get this out.
Lightfall
grapple
is
does
unlike
look
anything
insane,
players
right?
have seen before in
It's cool.
Destiny, and it's another step that sends you hurtling to the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga.
Sends you grappling to the conclusion. This looks badass as well, right? Oh wow, it's like a Nova Bomb type thing. Oh, that's cool.
Come on, amazing.
I'm super excited to dive into Strand and talk about all the new stuff that we just saw.
Strand, like Stasis, is a power from the darkness. Unlike our light abilities, which are all about creation, darkness is more about consciousness.
Strand is psychic energy that forms this extra dimension, or this sort of matrix that connects everything together, connects all living beings and all minds. And you, the Guardian, are sort of gaining the knowledge and gaining the power to peer into this
Dave Samuel's
alternate
gonna make
psychic
some cool
universe
noises,
and begin to
surely.
pull at these threads and tug at these wires that are connecting all of these living beings.
When Guardians learn how to use Strand, it's almost like this third eye opens up. It's about peeling back the curtain of reality, taking those connections and then weaving them into new objects.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool to see them come together. Like, it's always been there, and now that we can tap into it, we can use it for our benefit, whether it's through movement or through damage.
Strand has a grappling hook. Since you're seeing into this cosmic web, you are able to grapple at any point because the cosmic web exists everywhere. Even if there's
That
not
was
an
cool.
object there, it will hook on to that
Oh,
web
wow.
and pull you forward. It's just taking that idea to the next level, putting that
How's
destiny
that going to
spin
work
on
in
it.
PvP?
The grappling hook initially started as part of the Hunter's Kit, right? They're all about fluid movement, rapidly traversing space, and being very agile. But as we were developing, it's like, oh man, this feels like it's too much fun to just keep it to one class, right? So we made the call to expand this super cool new ability across all 3 classes.
Yes, you can hook onto moving objects.
On the design
The train
side,
in the Warden Strike,
we wanted
right?
to
That was
come
crazy.
up with how each of the classes interpreted this additional psychic dimension, like in their own way, right? So the Warlock, they're the telekinetic master of Strand. So they're going to be able to telepathically reach into the Strand dimension, pull matter out, and weave it into this big barrage of these Strand missiles. Wherever they land, these missiles are actually going to unravel, sort of reweave themselves into a new form.
With the Titan, you're able to weave these claws and do an area of damage around you, spinning and slashing.
The
Green
super I think
Lantern
I'm most
Crab
excited
Man.
for is the Hunter rope.
They're like giant crab claws.
The Hunter does a flip
that's
and
badass.
weaves these strands into this rope dart and is swinging it as they're kind of moving around. The first time I saw that, even in its kind of like rough state, it just blew my mind. We've learned a lot from creating our other subclasses, and we've taken those learnings about combat, about movement, about build crafting. We've put that all into Strand, and I'm so excited to see where players take it once it's out there in the wild.
It looks really, really cool. I've no doubt there's going to be some slightly broken stuff at the very least with Strand. But it looks badass, so it's probably worth it, right?
Destiny is a game that gets even better when you play with your friends. We want to create communities that are welcoming, inclusive, and that let you bring your old friends and make new ones. And since last year, over 5 million new Guardians have joined our ranks.
We believe that there are still millions more of your friends that would love to play Destiny with you. And the things that you want to see us improve in Destiny are also exactly what's going to make it easier to convince your friends to come and check out the game.
That's why
It
there's
should
a
be
new
easier
intro
to create
cutscene then.
custom, incredible builds. Easier to find people to play with. Easier to swap from being that boss-melting, storm-chaser-wielding, falling star juggernaut right into that ultimate yeehawing, dead man's tail shooting, Titan's rampart crutching sentinel.
And if none of what Joe just said makes sense to you, we want to fix that too. Because it's not about removing the depth that makes Destiny so great. It's instead about allowing everyone to dive deeper with ease.
The changes we're making to make Destiny easier to come into, changes to how you build your characters, changes to how you see what there is to do and what there is to accomplish. And in the year ahead, we're actually making it easier to form groups in Destiny so you can go and do some of the greatest content that Destiny has to offer.
All the teams are working together to build this experience, and so that's what's really exciting.
We keep on hearing from players like, hey, unless I have a friend to play with, I don't know what to do. And so what we're trying to give them is like, hey, here's a path to follow. Guardian ranks are basically like a knowledge ladder. We actually progress you through 11 ranks, and it's really like heavily focusing on like exposing players to all the systems of Destiny.
At some point, the story about you as a Guardian involves other Guardians and what they think about you. That is just a whole new dimension of your journey through Destiny that we've never really explored before. When you show up in the tower and you see that person who's at one of the highest ranks, you're going to know that you're looking at a player who's actually really demonstrated mastery of many of the different activities in Destiny, not just from our perspective, but from the perspective of other players. Some of the higher Guardian ranks will actually be asking for you to step up, to actually rise to the occasion and prove to other Guardians that you are a strong player and a strong leader.
A lot of people have groups that they already play with, but this will really provide people the opportunity to be recognized for helping other people learn the game, but also provide more people to play with on a regular basis.
In the year of Lightfall, we're going to actually be investing in building a looking for group system in Destiny itself. You'll be able to look for other players, you'll be able to find groups that are looking for players.
I'm so excited about being able to form groups in the next coming year because can be really hard to get through some of the hard content solo.
So it looks like
Making
that
it so much
social
easier to
experience is
find
going to
people
be
play
like a
with. It's
big
just gonna
focus
make
in the next
getting
year
into
or so.
Destiny and doing the awesome content so much easier.
Yeah, and they'll be able to say, this is a player who I can trust to lead me through the new raid. I want to join their group. Or they can say, these are players who are new to the activity. I want to take them for that first raid because that'll be a great experience for them and a valuable experience for me as a leader.
It's really going to help players come together and understand each other better when they've never met before. It's going to make the game so much more social, and I think that it's going to really make Destiny players feel like they're on one team.
So commendations is a feature that you'll experience towards the end of an activity. So you end the activity now and you get to see the screen that has all the people you played with. You can click on one of the Guardians and choose what experience you had with them. So like, were they a good team player? Were they fun to play with?
There's no better way to
We're going to be able to
show
rate
how good a person
each
is
other.
as a teammate.
You believe this?
Or as a leader, than to have other
Interesting.
players say, this person's a great teammate, this person's a great leader. It's really a system that's designed to let players show appreciation for each other.
Also, using the commendation system, people are going to be able to say, like, hey, this person as a good leader, and looking at the Guardian rank system, they have a lot of experience. It's going to be, oh, that's the person I want to help me get through this hard content that I've been struggling with.
Social games like Destiny give you an opportunity to like really connect with other people and do things together and get to know each other. And with a system like LFG, you're making it so that more people can get that experience started than ever before.
Both the loadout screen and the mod manager are completely new features.
The mod manager is meant to make build construction Destiny a lot easier.
We all love our fashion game.
Oh, this sounds
Fashion game's
promising, though.
amazing. And so we're going to take what we did for
Mod
the fashion
management.
game, and we're bringing it to the Buildcraft game. There's going to be one screen where you can go to and do your entire loadout for your character. It's going to be amazing.
So you'll be able to save the build that you've put together as a loadout and then switch between those things as you're going from activity to activity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I feel like with the new release of Destiny and the commendation system mixed with Guardian ranks, we're giving players even new aspirations. It isn't going to be just about power level. It won't just be about gear. It's also going to be about that Guardian rank. It's going to be about those commendations. It's all the ways that we're bringing players together.
Quite a few system changes then. Things that they want to adjust
So
and
today,
update.
we are also launching a brand new season of Destiny 2. And as we've evolved our seasons over the years, we've learned a lot. And I think we've been able to deliver some amazing character moments and events for the community.
We're long past the era of content droughts. Instead, there are exciting story and events happening in Destiny almost every week, year-round. And we're not slowing down.
Each season, we want to keep raising the bar for narrative experiences in any live game. We want to keep pushing to create unexpected adventures that'll make every season of Destiny unique. And we want to keep listening and learning from you, the Destiny community, so that we can create the strongest seasons of any live service.
Because the witness is coming. And if we want to survive, we need a crew. We need to enrich our defenses. If you're feeling surly, maybe even loot our enemies.
We may even need to find a captain to join us on our next adventure in the Season of Plunder.
Aramis has broken free. The old crews now rally under her command.
I've read about them. What is the human word?
Pirates. The full vanguard should be rallied to deal with these outlaws.
Well, anchors away.
And go show those pirates what happens when they crush Spiderhead. Hope you've got ammunition, Guardian.
Time to blow this rickety barge.
boom, 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 boom. Sorry, getting a little swept up in all this adventuring.
What
Nice.
are you most excited about?
Season
for
18 looks pretty
Plunder?
cool.
Pirates.
The Fluffer, my
This
friend,
season
thank you
we
for the
said,
tip.
what if we just
Social credit
go to the
system is going to be
stars and dig up
terrible.
buried treasure?
We are
I think with the
unearthing a lot of
downvotes, I'm not sure if
mysteries and
that's
secrets.
functionality
We're
that we'll have.
swashbuckling
We'll have to see.
onto enemy spaceships. And then we're also learning a lot of things about some of our favorite characters.
We're going to have an adventure this season.
Season of Plunder kicks off with Aramis being freed from her icy prison. She's collected old, fallen crews of pirates and rogue cabal together in order to hunt down mysterious relics and treasures.
It's time to meet your end.
So Guardians are tasked with stopping Aramis from collecting these relics. And in order to do that, you have to create your own crew of shady dealers and backroom brokers.
Drifter, Mithrax, Ido, and Spider are going to be helping you.
Anchors away. Ready when you are, Captain.
That's the beginning of Season of Plunder. What you're going to be doing is forming a pirate crew of your own. You're going to fill it with different crew members that you can recruit over the course of the season. Drifter is going to toss you the keys to your personal catch. Then you're just going to set out into the stars and do cool pirate stuff.
So excited.
This season, we have multiple brand new activities coming that will really give you a sense of being on a pirate adventure. One of the mainstays of this season is a new 6-player offensive called Catch Crash.
When I saw the concept for the catch with the big mainsails on it, I just said, oh my God, this is gonna be a fun season.
Just like seeing Catch Crash through the different iterations, like fighting on the deck of the ship.
You get to become your own ammunition and launch yourself from a cannon to the other ship, and you are the weapon, so you're gonna go mess them up.
The second big activity
You
we have
kind of
coming this
grasp
season is called
vibes
Expedition.
with the fallen ships and stuff, right?
You're going to be
And the
guiding
Engrams right
a
there.
massive drill that's looking for this buried, hidden pirate treasure, and you're going to have to be fending off of all these pirate crews trying to protect their hoards. And then our final new activity coming this season is what we're calling Pirate Hideouts.
We have so many like different little maps that you can piece together fragments of this season, and they lead you to the lair of the Pirate Lord, right? Their hideout.
These are their caves where they're hoarding all of their amazing treasures and their mysterious relics.
These relics are mysterious objects of dark power, and they're all over the system. We don't know exactly what it is they do yet, but if Aramis is trying to collect them, it's nothing good.
That sounds cool.
Taking the opportunity to line the Arc 3.0 update with the Fallen, it just ended up working out perfectly because you got all the simple Arc weaponry and the Arc shielded captains. It feels right with that release, almost like we planned it.
Arc is a damage type that's about proximity, right? It's about going fast up into your enemy's faces and like deleting them. It's the damage type for people that want to hold W. You don't want to retreat.
Unbridled aggression to the max.
Hunter is really about close range action, being fluid and dynamic and agile, evasive. So we're gonna give Arc Hunter a new super. We call it Gathering Storm, where you summon your Arc Staff, like twirl it above your head and then launch it out, and then it will embed into the ground or into like bosses or mini bosses or champions and jolt them. Like a big lightning strike will strike the staff and overcharge it. And while that staff is overcharged, it'll start Tesla coiling little lightning bolts out at nearby enemies. Warlock is kind of this elemental conduit. You are a class that will turn yourself into lightning. You will create things out of lightning. Previously, we had this exotic armor piece called Getaway Artist, where you consume your grenade and it'll make a what we call a sentient arc soul that fires faster and does more damage as a result. So we decided to roll that into base arc soul behavior. Anytime you are amplified, any arc soul you have from any source will become the supercharged version that will fire off just rapid fire bolts.
Titan's about being this unstoppable freight train. It's about this constant movement. So we gave Titans a new movement option, something that we felt like is going to be competitive in this new environment of air dodges and air slams. That's a new ability called Thruster. And it's all in first person. It's all very much in the heat of the moment. You see it happen. Its whole property is like rush down or getaway. It's a movement tool to the max. There's going to be this new melee ability called Thunderclap, which is like an amazing thing where he like charges his fist, all super flashy. It's our first ever charge melee, so you hold down the button, and as that cocks back and charges up, you'll end up doing more damage and getting a little bit more range. And speaking of like the whole goal of deleting things, I believe in PvP a full charge is a one-shot kill.
It is, oh yeah.
It's a little skillful to like pull off because you're gonna have to really read your opponent here. The whole through line with Arc is like, it really isn't that complicated. It's
gonna be some
fast,
major trolling with that.
hit hard, and stay alive.
What I'm most excited about in Season of Plunder is that this is really a season that has a sense of adventure. Yeah. You're exploring the system, you're looking for pirate treasure, pirate relics. You're seeing the world evolve in a way we haven't done before.
I love that with the activities in the season, like we just leaned really hard into the pirate fancies. I love that we have your own catch. I love that you're tracking down buried treasure and then going after the pirate leaders in their caves.
The interesting thing about Destiny is we're not just a fantasy game or a sci-fi game, we're kind of a blend of both. And we take inspiration when we say pirates. It's old world pirates that you would see traditionally back in the 17 and 1800s. We have like a flintlock pistol, we have an exotic fusion rifle that plays different than fusion rifles you've ever seen before.
It's just like end to end, just really leaning into that spirit of like the pirate adventure. And let's also make it so that new players coming in can actually jump in and get started. The gift of the Thunder Gods is a starter kit. It's a set of armor, it's a Thunderlord exotic weapon.
So jump in, join your friends, set sail, become the captain, and build your crew today in Destiny.
Fusion rifle does look really cool. Ooh. Do this. Very much looking forward to this. The touch of malice in there straight away. Those classic Kingsfall weapons. This is cool. That's badass. Super excited for that. Is that a ring? That's an Oryx ring.
Man, it is so awesome.
That's super cool.
seeing
Daughters of
Kingsfall
Oryx also
return
looked
to
extra
Destiny.
scary
Yeah,
there.
actually, Kingsfall
Updated
was the
for
first
D2.
thing I got to work on at Bungie. And I'm thrilled that a whole new generation of Guardians will get to experience this refreshed and reloaded showdown with the Taken King.
So, we've shown you Lightfall. We've shown you the new damage type, Strand. We've shown you some of the deeper changes to the game that we're going to be making throughout the next year. But we have one more thing that we are excited to announce today.
Destiny is coming to the Epic Game Store today.
Epic has been an absolutely fabulous partner to work with. They love Destiny. And we are just huge fans of what they've been doing in the social game space. When we first started working with Epic, we sat down and talked about the impact that their games have had on us. And they had a bunch of the same stories for us.
They shared stories about playing the Vault of Glass and how much they enjoy the social experiences in Destiny. And I got to talk about the summer of Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 5, when my whole family was laser focused, taking turns in the island to unlock Drift.
In addition to launching all of Destiny 2 on the Epic Games Store
We kind of
today,
expected it.
For the next week, if you download the game on Epic, we will give you the 30th anniversary for free. If you haven't earned your Galahorn yet, or you haven't played the Grasp Dungeon, come to the Epic Games Store and you can jump in for free.
We want to welcome all these new Guardians with a celebration, one that stretches a little further than the last city.
Wow, there we have it.
A few years ago, we shared our plans.
Some
for the
mixed
Light and
thoughts on
Darkness
that for
saga.
sure.
This journey, years in the making, is coming to an end. Since we started charting our own course, we've been building this story. Across 5 years of expansions, since the first pyramid ship emerged in Shadowkeep and we first spoke to the darkness. Then, across Beyond Light, the Witch Queen, and coming up in Lightfall in the final shape, we're building towards a climactic collision between the powers of light and dark.
We've also been working on the Destiny engine behind the scenes, preparing our technology and our game to last for many, many years to come. Because Destiny 2 is not going anywhere, and neither are your expansions. We want this story, since we first communed with the darkness on the moon, to be fully playable, start to finish. And we're happy to announce today that we are not planning to sunset any more expansions. We want the Destiny universe to grow.
Boom.
And we're going to continue to do everything that we can behind the scenes to keep that possible within our game engine.
But enough about the distant future. Let's talk about today, the best day all year to jump into Destiny.
Yes, because if you're looking to catch up, right now, all expansions are free to play for this entire week on every platform for everyone.
Right now, Season of Plunder is live.
That's cool.
And the Helm's got a set of supercharged art gear for anyone looking to catch up on the fun.
Destiny is live on the Epic Games Store. You can download it for free, and you can get the 30th anniversary pack as your welcome gift.
And if you liked what you saw about the future, right now, pre-orders for Lightfall are live on all platforms. And anyone who purchases the annual pass gets the exotic auto rifle Quicksilver Storm today.
Today is a perfect day to play Destiny.
So we'll see you in game.
When they see this glorious end, they will come for us.
I've read about them. What is the human word?
Pirates.
Let them come and see. What they do then, that is who they are.
Boom. Wow. That kind of ended abruptly right there. But there is going to be a post-show. A lot of stuff to take in right there. Obviously looking across Season 18, all of Lightfall, the Arc updates that we're getting right now, the new content that's available today, which we got a good look at weapons and various different things, the exotic, the fusion rifle for Season 18 as well, which was really cool. And getting instant access to, what was it, Quicksilver Storm, I believe they called it right there. Instant access to that exotic weapon, I believe, if you pre-order Lightfall. So pretty bonkers. I don't think they've done that one before. Let us know down below. But guys, what do you think? Let us know. It's definitely a lot to take on board, as I was saying. But yeah, my plan really for the moment is to kind of round up some of this stuff, get some of the Season 18 stuff on the go, and kind of focus on the Season 18 videos really for the rest of the day. Let us soak in kind of what we've seen and what we're getting content-wise right now, and then I'll revisit a lot of the Lightfall stuff maybe later in the week and kind of talk about it a little bit more then. So there is a post-show that you can check out while you're waiting for the game to come back online, because D2 is about to go down, I believe, in a few minutes' time, and then we'll get the update at the normal reset time, so that'll be 6 o'clock in the UK, 10 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, something like 20 minutes from now. So there we go, guys. Like I said, I was going to make a fairly quick exit to look at some of the Season 18 stuff and make sure that I'm hitting all of those videos that we want to get. But yeah, Lightfall looks really, really cool. Like the design and the kind of style they're going for. Totally different to what I was expecting to see. And I wasn't necessarily expecting Neptune either. Also, the subclasses are kind of mixing up the vibe right there, don't you think? With the subclasses. So it looks pretty cool. But yeah, all stuff that we'll get a lot more information about. It's going to be a busy few months leading up to that, right? And the Season 18, I believe as well, they said is ending in early December. So we'll be running this one through until early December sometime, and then we should get another season up until February, which is when we're going to get Lightfall. And yes, the Epic Game Store stuff and the Fortnite stuff, bonkers. But, you know, it makes money, just like you guys said. And if it doesn't make either game worse, right, I guess it's all optional stuff, right? So, like, if it makes Destiny a better experience overall, then that's a positive thing. But the link for Bungie's stream, if you need it, is in the description. Otherwise, though, I really appreciate you guys hanging out. You can jump over there if you want to continue watching, waiting for the Season 18 stuff to go live. And I will be keeping you posted with more stuff. So thank you very much for hanging out. Absolutely awesome of you guys. Cheers for the donations and all the kind words. I really appreciate you. If you're new around here, definitely get subscribed. We're going to have more Destiny stuff, Lightfall, Season 18, and all the stuff in between and afterwards. Because that's what we do. It's Destiny, right? Cheers, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out.
3.0, we got so much stuff to talk about. I can't wait to dive into it and just go over everything.
Go ahead and give us your